people keep saying, when is this movement going to happen? And it's happening. It is happening in the United States. My hope is that every city, like I keep telling even small town people, I hope they occupy their towns. And I really like that demands are starting to be made now.
I like to see us go after money in politics. I think like the anti-war movement and a lot of the people who are fighting against cuts in education, they're aiming at the branches, but they're not hitting the root, and the root is money in politics. We're getting Republicans, Democrats, Green Party members too, so it feels pretty good.
I'm really encouraged by this. I think it's hugely motivating, hugely inspiring to see these numbers and this kind of energy. In terms of political changes, I think the biggest thing is campaign finance reform, because until our politicians aren't bought and sold by corporations, we're not going to get any legislation that benefits the 99%. So I'm glad to see this kind of synthesis movement that's working on these many different fronts at once, because I think all these different issues of environmental destruction and inequality and student debt and homelessness are all connected.
I definitely am anti-war. I heard that it was 10th anniversary, people were coming out here, and I said I have to be a part of that. On top of that, I'm hearing a lot of new things that haven't really occurred to me before, and things I've never heard of that I'm absolutely backing up, and we'll be going home doing research on those things tonight.
I know there was also Occupy DC at McPherson Square, so we went down, we talked to them.
We started off going to McPherson's Plaza to see what was going on there, and sort of sat around, listened to see what the vibe was, what people were saying, and then moved over here around maybe 2 o'clock and participated in the march down K Street to the White House and then back again.
Protesting alone can solve things. I think we really need an organized, long-term movement that can apply pressure on multiple fronts. We need a broad-based movement of all these different activists and show politicians that they need to listen to their constituents, which at the end of the day is, us the people and not these corporations that are buying their office.
The objective of a corporation is to get as much profit as they can. They're not there for the benefit of society. There's no interest in preserving the environment. They really are just destructive forces, and we see that now. I mean, we're fighting for life out here. It's not just about money or having a voice.
No one really cares or thinks that anything can change as long as they can't vote, but in 2 months I will be able to.
So are you excited about voting?
Absolutely.
When corporations are able to give as much money without disclosing where it's coming from to whatever politician they choose, to influence whatever policy they choose, you have a problem there. I saw a fantastic sign out there today that says if corporations are people, then why can't we arrest them? I mean, really, you see 700 people last Saturday arrested on the Brooklyn Bridge. I mean, you got the wrong guy. I don't know how to say it. I mean, there are other people, there are CEOs, just getting away with criminal acts, and these just are not being addressed.
Our government is willing to talk to the corporate leaders, to the corporatists, and to hear what they have to say. The 99% are so cooperative, and they fail to rise up and do anything about it. And as Frederick Douglass said, power concedes nothing without a demand.
I think first off, it's economic insecurity. That's like the military draft during Vietnam. It affected every family. Economic insecurity affects everybody except the top 1%. And so I think that's a driving force that makes it very personal. The other thing is I think people are seeing, they saw that the Arab Spring was successful. They got rid of Mubarak. They remade Tunisia. They see it making change. And so I think that's another factor. They want to see something that works. And so I think we're starting to show something that works.
There are no excuses left. Either you join the revolt taking place here tonight on Wall Street and in financial districts of other cities across the country, or you stand on the wrong side of history. Either you taste, feel, and smell the intoxication of freedom and revolt, or sink into the miasma of despair and apathy. Either you are a rebel or a slave. To be declared innocent in a country where the rule of law means nothing